LEGO Star Wars has been out since 1999 and they've released over 1,400 unique minifigures as of 2026. I do think LEGO has missed out on some massive opportunities for some custom figures, so in today's video we're going to be looking at the best custom figures, which are movie accurate, not too expensive, and easily available if you're in the UK or the US. The first custom I want you guys to take a look at is Zero. This character is made by 3D Predator. You can find them on eBay, and just to quickly show you, they have tons and tons of fantastic custom minifigures which aren't going to break the bank. He is based in Germany, so you just got to watch out for the shipping if you're sort of in the US, but they got some really cool figures, and yeah, just check them out. But the one I wanted to look at today is Zero. This is a pad printed figure. This, as far as I'm aware, is just basically Jabba, but then obviously reprinted for Zero. I'm gutted that LEGO haven't even produced this yet, but you've got a great alternative with this figure, and to be honest, the printing looks excellent. You've got beautiful detailing here, looks very movie and Clone Wars accurate, and to be honest, if LEGO ever made this, they probably just do the exact same thing and get a Jabba mold and just do this. So it's 54 euros. I have messaged this guy before and he seems to be up for doing a little bit of a deal, so don't tell him I said that. If you go ahead, drop him a message, maybe you can negotiate on a couple of his figures, because as I say, he's got some great figures available, based in Germany. That's our first one. The next batch of figures I want to show you is by Rai Customs. I stumbled across these recently and I have to say I am thoroughly blown away by what looks like the quality of these figures. There is a load of different options. They also do have like, it looks to be waves, where some of them unfortunately do sell out, but I have seen these on like eBay and other platforms that have been sold, and I'm really surprised by just how cheap some of these are. Custom figures, as you guys know, are not cheap by any means, but I think they have a really cool edge to just adding some extra details. Like, for example, I think those eyes look dead cool on Anakin. Personal favorite of mine would be the Sleepy Senator here, because I think this is a really cool figure. Obviously you only see it slightly in the movies right at the end where she's in that little cradle, and I do believe they sell it with the actual casket. So you've got some like detailing pack bundle here, sorry, so you can have her holding the weird little thing, and I guess make your own casket using these printed pieces. But yeah, I haven't yet bought any myself. I am tempted to buy this bundle here just to do a future mock, but highly recommend. Check out Rai Customs, and I believe they ship in the UK and Europe. Not sure on US, but I think they'll probably will, no doubt, for a charge. But that is number 2 on our list, Rai Customs. Definitely have a look. Third on our list is a guy called Brick Rebellion. I can't stress to you how much you need to check this guy out. I actually have a couple of these, so I can fully vouch for him. He's based in Australia and he does some incredible TCS style figures, and come on, who doesn't love TCS? One thing you need to know about him, he does do them in waves, so it's more like drops. So as you can see, a lot of them sell out very quickly, but if you check out his Instagram, which is Brick Rebellion, he always posts like updates and stories, and he DMs back. I had a few questions when I ordered them, because I will be honest, it does take a long time, because these are normally sort of ordered, for example, like this guy, and then I believe he then makes them off the proceeds of like the sales, which is like totally fine. Obviously it's more of a startup kind of thing, I believe, and of course being in Australia, it takes a long time to get posted to the UK. Shipping was actually super reasonable, so I wouldn't be put off by the cost. It's just you've got to be patient. But you know, you can see he's got like the ghost bundles, he's got like Ayla from like TCS, these figures that we just would never see. Obviously some of them, like Sam Wessel, he does obviously TCS version. He also does like the Cloud City like replicas, so if you want some of these really rare and expensive figures, but basically pad printed on Lego pieces, but you're never gonna, like, I'm never gonna spend thousands and thousands on a, you know, Cloud City Boba, but he does sell them and you can obviously get them picked up. He also does some other stuff, but yeah, for me the TCS bit was really cool. He also, it's very much worth mentioning, when I bought it, I don't know if I can filter here via products. Well, basically what he does is he'll sell pieces individually, so you can buy like the like helmet pieces, and you can buy like hair pieces, so you don't have to even be sort of buying the entire figure, because if you've got most of the pieces and you just want like the hair to be able to make it, or like some of these TCS eye prints, you know, you can do that, which I think is really cool, because he could so totally monopolize and, you know, make the Shaq T body only for Shaq T, but he can sell it individually, so you might have the figure already partially in your collection and you can kind of put it together off the back of buying some of these. I am tempted to buy some of these pearl blue ones because I have a big droid army and I love the look of these, but again, I'm never going to be paying like £50 per one of these in the actual Lego format. But if I want an army of these, I just thought, you know, it might be cool to buy some customs, because it just seems to make sense in my head. But he doesn't just do Star Wars, he does loads of other sort of themes, and DC and Marvel. And if you've played like the original Batman games, like there's very much some stuff for you here. Very much tempted by this guy as well. But yeah, this is Brick Rebellion, based in Australia. Great guy, follow him on Instagram, and yeah, definitely check out his page when he does some drops, because these figures, they do take a while, but they are very much worth it. Another absolute goat on the scene is, of course, Firestar Toys. I'm sure you guys have seen these figures before kicking about. He does so many themes. You've got all of the different sort of collections here. I personally am a big fan of the Star Wars collection, you know, naturally. So they do everything from like these really fun one-off spins. I like the look of this one, but I missed out on that one, the Christmas editions, right the way to some fabulous sort of actual custom helmets and headpieces. I did pick up a few of these a little while ago, and again, I can really vouch for the quality. I think a lot of them are pad printed, and a big thing I like about Firestar Toys is they also don't sleep on these like tile pieces. They really utilize these plain tile pieces and create some fabulous custom prints, which, you know, these could go such a long way in transforming something you've got, whether it's your display or your mock. It could go yeah, a really long way. They also have some of these figures where they just use bricks, but you know, you are achieving that effect and it looks fantastic. Some of the stuff is a bit punchy for me, like this I'm not too hot on, but there are some really cool sort of more movie accurate stuff. I know one of my buddies, SW Bricks, the legend himself, he has this, and he bought this on one of his videos a while ago, and it just looks fantastic when he had it out. So yeah, can't stress to you enough to just check it out, have a look through. They are fabulous, and like I say, I can vouch for the quality. That is Firestar Toys. Another fantastic company is Grandpa Clone Customs. Now, I'm sure you guys have definitely stumbled across these figures, because the clones especially are extremely popular within the community. I very much like the green figures he does. I think they look so cool. I love green, it's one of my favorite colors. I especially like how he does the cloth pieces, and as you can tell, you've got the pad printing, you've got it on some official parts, some not official parts, but he fully discloses, of course, what parts are what, so you're not getting into something like on eBay where you're just not entirely sure what pieces are what on the figure. But very much recommend having a look at these, because if you're into your clones and into your army building, this would be for you. And as I say, he does sell pieces individually, similar to Brick Rebellion, so you might have the case of a load of bodies and you just want to kind of swap out some of these pieces. But come on, look how cool that is. Getting distracted here, but yeah, very much interested in buying some stuff for my own collection. But if you guys have got any of these, it goes without saying, please comment below if you've already bought any of these, because it'd be great to hear your feedback. But that was Grandpa Clone Customs. I hope you enjoyed having a look through some of the current LEGO Star Wars custom offerings. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of these companies to do some really big developments, because there's just a massive market for these figures now, and it's definitely more sort of introduced into the community now, and I think people are, you know, backing it and actually buying the figures a lot more than they maybe did 5 years ago. If you guys have bought any of these figures, please feel free to comment below your experience with the actual buying and the quality, because it'd be good for us to all know and be able to share our thoughts and experiences. If you want a video showing some of my actual custom figures I have, please let me know as well. Happy to do that for you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.